News.
First Lady Jill Biden is visiting Romania and Slovakia, where she'll meet with Ukrainian families displaced by Russia's unprovoked invasion of Ukraine.
That's right. The First Lady is also expected to meet with NATO leadership and other government officials during her 4-day trip. Her visit comes as Ukrainian soldiers trapped inside a steel plant in Mariupol make their last stand against Russian forces. British intelligence believes President Putin is trying to seize the facility for propaganda ahead of Russia's Victory Day on Monday. Former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton spoke with CBS Evening News anchor and managing editor Norah O'Donnell. In an exclusive interview, she told our colleague she believes the Kremlin's invasion is an attempt to make up for failed national leadership.
All of a sudden, your big, aggressive, nasty neighbor decides he wants what you have. He can't build it himself. I mean, the real story here is that he has failed as the president of Russia. Russia's development has hardly advanced because he has taken so much of the money out, along with his oligarchs, and they haven't invested in the people of Russia. So let's go take our neighbor who wants to look toward Europe and wants their children to have a better life. Let's seize their assets.
CBS News reporter Mary Ilyushina joins us from Riga, Latvia, with more on the war in Ukraine. Mary, welcome. As we mentioned, according to British intelligence, it appears Russia is trying to take all of Mariupol by Monday. So from a strategic military standpoint, why is it so crucial for Moscow to seize this port city? And how might President Putin use that victory as propaganda back home?
Hi, Mola. Yes, Mariupol holds a very symbolic significance to Russian forces. This is a city they failed to capture in 2014, and now they're working really, really hard to claim it as a victory. It would be their first major gain and major city that would be taken if it indeed falls by Monday. And it is a predominantly Russian-speaking city, so and it's already been happening that Russian propaganda, Russian TV channels have been spinning it as the cleansing that Russia is undertaking to cleanse Mariupol of the so-called Nazi battalions. And it will be important strategically as well, because Russia publicly said that one of its goals in this phase of the operation, how they call it, is to secure a land bridge and passage towards Crimea, which as we all remember, was annexed forcibly in 2014. So it holds both significance in terms of the symbolicism of this war and what kind of achievements Putin can claim, but also for strategic advancement of Russian troops further on.
And Mary, as we mentioned, Monday is the day Russia will celebrate Victory Day, which actually commemorates Russia's victory over Nazi Germany. However, Western officials are saying they fear that President Putin might use the day as an opportunity to officially declare war on Ukraine. I think up until now he's been calling it a special military operation, correct? So what would it mean for Russia if war is officially declared? And what would the significance be of doing this on Victory Day?
Well, I think if he does indeed declare an official war, that will change things primarily for Russia domestically rather than their actual operation in Ukraine, because that would allow them to engage forces and assets they have not been able to do so beforehand. Like what a lot of Russians are fearing is general mobilization, which is happening in the Donbass and Luhansk areas that is controlled by the separatists. They've drafted basically all eligible men to go fight with Ukrainians. So Russians fear the same might happen to them. If that happens, it is not entirely clear just how wide this mobilization could be, but technically both men and women could be drafted, women if they have medical professions or anything that could be useful in the battlefield, plus all eligible men who are not already serving or are not engaged in police and other departments. And for Victory Day, I think the UK defense minister recently said that, he wouldn't be surprised if Putin proclaimed that on the day that they celebrate the fight against Nazis, that they are now fighting not only in Ukraine, but again, worldwide. And that would mean that they're willing to engage in this official war because they are being attacked by Ukraine, which they say is, being pumped weapons by NATO and other countries. So that is something that a lot of people fear, but we of course, don't know what exactly Putin is going to announce.
Right.
Mary Ilyushina, thank you.